Okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the final match of the day. We have a Div 1 match for quarterfinals versus Red Emberz from Illinois State University and CSULB Gold from California State University, Long Beach. So, Red Emberz in the regular season, they went 5-0. They're actually in the same group as CSULB Gold. And CSULB went 3-2 in the regular season. So, getting into some of the more details about this matches, for Red Emberz, we can expect to see an Ink Brush, Shot, Squeezer, and Entry here, which, very aggressive comp, it's flexible, you got the double Zuka, I really like it, and Entry is one of the cooler weapons that is the most aggressive, so we'll be able to see a lot of aggressive plays and just keeping the momentum up from Red Emberz. And from CSULB, we're expected to see a Shot, Slosher, and a Brusher end parries, which is a bit interesting. You don't really see end parries picked very much because V-Dualies is just so strong right now. But
yeah, and we're going to be really excited here because CSULB Gold was actually the only team that was able to take a single game off of Red Emberz. They went 5-0 in their group, and it was just a dominant performance. Although CLB Gold was able to grab 1 point, and that was off of Rainmaker Humpback, which we are seeing right here.
Okay. Yeah, and sorry, I completely forgot to introduce everyone. My name is Batson, and then we also have J Money as well.
Hello.
Joining me on the mic to commentate this set. And yeah, so we'll get into some of the keys to victory. So, Red Emberz in classic fashion. We just talked about how the one game that they lost in the regular season was on Humpback Rainmaker because they went left. That's the one key. They have one thing that they put down, and it's don't go left on Humpback, Pump Track, Rainmaker. And honestly, pretty good idea. I think going left on Humpback basically never works because it's just so easy for the defending team to just collapse up on that choke point. You have to jump from the pedestal up to that right side, or up to that ledge. It's just so risky. So definitely agree with them on that front. And then, what do you think about the CSULB keys to victory there?
Yeah, CSULB's keys to victory here are mental resets, enabling the good and fixing the bad, and having fun playing, and most importantly, frolicking. Because what better way to take a win than frolicking through the cornfields? Or something like that.
That's very good. I mean, yeah. Mental is the most important thing, especially as they're saying, mental resets. And as we all know, the best way to keep a good mentality is to have fun. So,
absolutely. And that's really just what we're looking forward to, though. Regardless of the score, the best thing is just to make sure both teams are having fun, playing together. I mean, you work with these people all season. You're here in the playoffs. The most important thing is to just keep your composure, have fun, and just play with the people you enjoy playing with, which hopefully both the teams here have great relationships with their teammates.
Yeah. And that's always the idea. And I mean, it's considering that these teams have both made it very far in the regular season, being both placed in Div 1 and making it all the way to playoffs. We can assume that they're all pretty good friends as a team. They are all working very well. So it'll be interesting to see how they play up here. And we have the first map coming up on Rainmaker Undertow. So what do you think about Rainmaker Undertow?
Rainmaker Undertow is a really fun map. They had the reworks on it pretty recently. They have those two I forgot what they're called. I'm just gonna call them little wormholes because you can just sneak right through onto the checkpoint, and it's gonna be really curious to see, especially with Corona's Ink Brush, how they can work through those little holes and potentially get easy picks there, moving their team towards the checkpoint. What about you? What do you think about this map?
So I just played my my playoff match earlier today, and it was the first time that I played on this map after the changes, and I completely forgot about him. So I loaded into this match and saw the covers, and I'm like, wow, this is really weird. But outside of the new changes, you know, very, very good Rainmaker map. Like, I don't know, it's pretty balanced. Definitely going left is better. And getting into this, we can see that they have the exact taunt that they said they were going to on the side of Red Emberz, and on the side of CSULB, they actually have a BPN for the back Gs. So
Yeah, and Red Ember is taking an early advantage, rushing straight towards the checkpoint with absolutely no hesitation. Getting this checkpoint early, although numbers going down back into favor of CSULB Gold. They're playing this defense well, despite getting the early checkpoint for Red Emberz. They are holding this. They're going to regain control of the Rainmaker, although Corona striking in mid with the Whale, looking like they might go for a flank on the right. No one knows that they're there, although Special's online. Corona could really make a difference here.
yeah, and I really like Corona's position, sort of like distracting the enemy eyes away from the main fight going on left, because, and you can see he's able to run in there and able to get a trade there, and they still have control. Like, they haven't, despite going 2 down way earlier, they still have control over this left side, and they're going to be able to get the Rainmaker after reset.
Yeah, but despite that, that was a really nice pick to slow that down. I'm not sure who got that there, but despite that, CSULB Gold slowing down this Rainmaker. Despite Red Emberz having the positioning, use the vacuum, call out Cholo. Numbers in favor of Red Emberz, although respawns are coming in soon. Back shot on the Rainmaker, pops it. Cholo is pushing in, Zuka out for defense. Looks like Cliff here has the Rainmaker. Getting shots up with a nice arch. Finds a pick. Going around through the grades. No one sees that. They are going down to 20, down to 15, down to 10, and they're going to get the early knockout. They just completely ignored the grades there. Red Emberz taking game 1 very strongly.
Yeah, I don't even know. That was so fast. The Rainmaker just went along the side of the grate there and just slipped past everyone. I don't even know how there was enough paint for the Rainmaker to get all the way to the pedestal, but the carry just found a way, and yeah, very, very quick game 1 for the side of Red Emberz.
Yeah, and I think what CSUB Gold forgot to mention is, like, you know, with the recent changes on this map, they got rid of like the slick to where you had to like walk through it. CSULB Gold was playing hard defense on that because they know that way's a lot quicker, but they still forgot about the grades. You see them playing heavy defense there on the regular route, but Cliff just ignores that, just goes around the long way, peanut butter and jelly style, gets the early knockout, and right now is 1-0, really strong showing for Red Emberz, getting ready to head into game 2.
Yeah, and as we can see here, game 2 is going to be on Clam's Museum. So so many things that got changed. First you have the Undertow changes, and now you have not a museum change, but more so a Clam specific change where there's no more Kraken cheese. It's been killed. We don't have to worry about that anymore.
Yeah, and I remember, because I have played Cholo in the past, they pulled out 96 Deco for most Clambless matches for that Kraken cheese, so it's going to be interesting to see if they just continue to play shot or if they're going to try something new. Because on a mode like Clamblitz, there's still plenty of ways to get cheese across, whether it's Reef Slider. You can even still use Kraken. It's definitely possible, and it's interesting to see if people are still going to use it or if they're going to just stick to the bread and butter of what they're used to.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. It is hard to pass up a comp with the double Zuka with shot plus squeezer on this map especially. I think that's going to be pretty hard to pass up, but I don't know. 96 is still strong on this. Wall can be difficult to break, and we do see that they stick with their standard shot
Dually Squelchers!
Oh my god, yeah.
It looks like CSULB is electing to go a little more defensive with the Dually Squelchers to provide marking, trying to make sure that brush doesn't cause too many problems. It looks like here we're going to get into an early stall off and mid. Corona trying to jump across, gets called out, and we are going to just be handing it to a standstill heading into the first 20 seconds.
Yeah, and I want to point out, Red Ember's aggression opening was so aggressive. You can see them immediately rushing to take mid, and just having the confidence to just be able to walk all over the map is going to be huge, especially when you have an Entry going into their base and being able to throw the power clam in.
Yeah, really strong early score there, taking the little quick shortcut route, getting the remaining all the way down to 59. Corona still sharking. They called him out, still able to hold on to their life, and with that, it's already 41 points scored by Red Embers. They're on fire.
Yeah, they are just moving so fast, and it's been so difficult to keep them up. But very good pick from the BP on the shot there, and the brush going down as well. This is going to allow CSULB to take control of mid that they've been looking for this whole game. And with the strikes coming out, they're going to be able to push into their plat.
Yeah, Dually Squatchers gets a little too far ahead, unfortunately goes down, although it looks like they don't see the bucket. Finding one, can they get another? Doesn't look like it, although Red Embers holding that defense strong, making it numbers even, numbers favoring Red Embers. That Ink Rush getting up, making sure that ball jumps out, and they get control of mid fairly easily, have a ball on line, Ink Rush moving up, unable to find anyone, and it looks like they're going to play for cooler and get this push going right away.
I mean, like the Squeezer just looking up at top mid, trying to see if anyone's going to overextend as Bazooka's looking manages to find the slosher through the back. Back not doing a great job of protecting there, and that's going to allow Red Embers to get another score, and we'll see if the Squeezer is going to be able to push up enough to score the ball.
Yeah, finds a nice pick. Unfortunately, the basket closes right before the throw, and that ball is not going to go in, unfortunately. Cliff tries to save it, doesn't get it. Another miss, unfortunate. Another ball coming up. Zuka coming out from Funny Man. Ooh, that should have killed. That should have killed. Okay. Zuka coming out from the squeezer. Corona sharking around, getting on top of the, yeah. Slosher has special online, throwing bombs, playing defensively, making Red Embers come to them. Strikes, holding the back, sending like numbers even. Ballpoint, trying to find a pick on Corona, finds the pick, a nice pick. Numbers favoring CSULB Gold. They have what it takes to get this push here. 2 specials online. Unfortunately, Cliff finds a pick, and now it's going back. Although, nope, CSULB Gold still trying to get this push going. Finds one. No, oh, Corona's the last one left. 2 balls. They have him marked. They're using strikes. Corona's still in a bad position. Despite that, looks like they are going to potentially score. We'll see here.
Yeah, and everyone kind of just like... Everyone just sort of like walked all the way up to their plat. There's like all 4 people on both teams, and everyone kind of exploded. But that explosion is going to be beneficial for CSULB, as they're going to be able to get that score in. And unfortunately, they're not going to be able to capitalize much of it, but they do get on the board. Getting fully wiped there is a bit of an issue, because now, once again, Red Embers is just going to have complete control of the map. And you see how quickly they're already on their plat. They already have a ball. Already Poppy 2, but they do go 2 down, and this is gonna give CSULB a chance to stabilize yet again.
Yeah, and that was an amazing defense by Gold. It's really interesting to see how Red Ember plays, especially without like a traditional backline. It's basically like their squeezers kind of playing as a backline in a way, and it's really fun to play. Or really fun to see, sorry, because they have it allows them to play so much more aggressively. Although Gold getting in strikes, getting in a vacuum, they just need a ball. They don't have a ball here. They're trying to pass plans, although a lot of finds the ball. Looks like they're going to try to get the lead. They need 2 more clams. 1, 2, finds the lead. That is the ballpoint, getting the lead for Gold. 30 seconds left. Looks like they have a ball here. They need to get this in soon.
Yeah, I mean, fantastic play from the ballpoint. Just recognizing that no one was looking at that spinner and being able to score the remaining clams that you need for the lead. But as we can say, Red Embers just moving forward so quickly and able to get the jumps. There's 2 jumps. Only one of them lands though. The other power clam unfortunately was missed, and this is gonna give CSULB a chance to come back with the overtime. They're gonna have that pity. And
one chance left for Gold.
Yeah, they have unable to get complete control of mid because Red Embers is just playing so fast here. And yeah, unfortunately, this bucket does go down. There's a bit of an opening on the left side, but yeah, Red Embers is going to be able to see their desperation in having to go left through that box and is going to be able to take them out. And Red Embers securing another very good game. They're up 2-0 right now.
Yeah, and despite that, CSULB Gold still having some nice defense. Unfortunately, it seems like for Red Embers, it's like whenever they want space, they're gonna take it. And as like you can see in situations like this, like they want to score the basket, they're gonna get it in. Like they want paint right in front of the basket, they're gonna get that paint. And it's just dominant performance by Red Embers. And it's gonna be interesting to see how they continue this moving forward.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you were talking a bit about how the backless comp with the squeezer as sort of like an not like a true anchor, but like more something like it has a lot of range that it can poke if it needs to, but unlike more traditional backlines like the ballpoint on CSULB, the squeezer is just able to play so much more aggressive, and yeah, it just allows Red Embers to move so much quicker than they otherwise would be able to.
Yeah, and it's a very interesting like strategy indeed. Like especially because like Splatoon 3 is considered a really fast like moving game compared to like 2, which is more like defensive. Like Splatoon 3, it's like you kind of just go like with cooler, you pop cooler, you pop specials, and you go. And that's exactly what Red Embers is trying to do here. Like whenever they want that opening, get the cooler down, get the double Zukas out, get the whales out, make them play hopscotch, and just go. And that's what they've been doing here, and it's been working.
Yeah, and on the side of CSULB, one thing I would like to see a bit of an adaptation. Like they've been kind of getting out aggressed. Like Red Embers has been sort of just, as you said, taking if they want control of mid, they get control of mid. And I wonder how CSULB is going to be able to adapt to that and sort of say no. We have more range. We can sit in mid. You're gonna try to run into us, then no, we're gonna stop you from doing that. We'll see what is going to be their adaptation so that Red Embers can't just run in as fast as they have been doing.
Yeah, and now like moving into a mode like Zones Robo, it's really only that one choke point that you have to get through, and it's going to be interesting to see if Gold can hold that choke point, because once Red Embers gets in there, it'll cause a lot of problems. But hopefully, Gold can hold that choke point and potentially steal a game here.
Yeah, and I mean, we can see them actually switching to the heavy splatling instead of the BP. And I think this is a really good call. I think heavy is very good against a lot of shorter range comps, and that is exactly what Red Embers is using right now. Anyway, we can see off the start, immediately the brush is going for a huge flank off around that right side there. But unable to find anything, it's going to have to go back in the stalemate of the opening game.
Yeah, and speaking of brushes, we have the Octobrush out on the side of Gold. I believe that's a new pick. And it looks like the Octobrush is trying to get into a little tussle with Corona, fighting underneath in Fight Club. And it looks like Cholo is going to find the pick on the heavy, and now Red Embers moving up into this key position, really trying to lock out here, not giving Gold any opportunities to clear. Corona cannot find one. The Zipcaster comes out for the Octobrush. Unfortunately, that's going to end pretty quick, and Gold, numbers even, is hopefully going to use the specials here to try to get back in.
Yeah, and I mean, they have strikes to get themselves back in. Oh, really unfortunate death in the slasher, but the squeezer does end up going down. That is Red Ember's main source of range here, and we'll see how CCULB is going to be able to capitalize. But unfortunately, both the heavy and the brush go down, and one more, it's just up to the slosher, and the slosher is going to be unable to take out the remaining players of Red Embers, and that's going to be a very, very quick game on the side of Red Embers.
Yeah, and that is the thing about this map. Once you get up, it's really hard to get back. You don't have a lot of pain spawn. The left route is basically like a death pit, so it's essentially like you have to get those specials. You have to find those picks to get early numbers, and unfortunately, Gold was unable to do that. Just constant pressure from this Red Embers team. And now 3-0, Red Embers up. It's going to be really interesting to see how CSULB Gold fights back here.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, this is when their mental resets come into play. One of their keys to victory of the mental resets and the frolicking. This is when this comes into play. Like, this is when you need to be able to take a step back, be like, okay, look, that game, what happened in that game has already happened. How are we going to win this one on TC Manta?
Yeah, that's definitely the biggest thing you need to look at. Another thing I will say though is like, try to figure out what is causing you the most problems. Like say for example, if the ink brush is causing a lot of problems, maybe try to make either like a flex pick or just try to focus them more. Like for example, ink brushes hate being marked. I know that because I used to be an ink brush main. Just maybe flex to some sort of point sensor weapon that'll keep them marked, so that that key weakness that you've been noticing can potentially be locked down. Because we know Gold is capable of beating this team. They're the only team that has this season, so they can. It's very possible. It's just more so they know what Red Emberz does, and they just have to capitalize off that.
Yeah, and I mean we've glimpsed even today as well, especially during that the Clams Museum game. CSULB had several points in that game where they were able to stop Red Ember from just running all over them and gain control of their own and even get a push onto their plat. So see if they'll be able to channel that energy going into this game right now.
Yeah, Red Ember sticking to really similar comps. CSUB Gold making a little bit of changes, but they're sticking the same comp they did last match, and it looks like we're going to have a really fun one. Hopefully, keep an eye out for that try, because try on tower is pretty deadly.
Yeah, especially on this map when it's able to just slosh over all the walls, especially around the second check.
Oh,
ooh,
that's a DC.
Yeah,
that is actually a DC on the side of Red Emberz. This map should be ending. Yep, it does. That's going to be Red Emberz is what do they even call it? Like a warning DC? Like I know that you get like one DC for Grace, and then it's kind of like you lose the match if you DC again. I don't know the official term,
yeah.
but
I don't know. I don't even know if there is an official term. It's their first fault.
Yeah, it's a DC replay. So every team, if you have a DC and it's before 2 minutes and 30 seconds and there's over 50 points remaining, you can use a DC replay if one of your teammates DCs. Although, if you DC more than once, unfortunately, you are charged with loss. So hopefully, Red Ember, that's just like a one-time thing, because if that happens again, like, they can lose games. I mean, they can still play the 3v4, but that's obviously not too favorable. So hopefully, Red Emberz gets the internet fixed, and we can jump right back into here real shortly.
Yeah. And I mean, it is Splatoon 3. You do... This stuff happens.
$20 experience.
Really. It's a $20... It's really something, because it's a $20 experience that gets worse every year.
Yeah.
So, like...
Well, hey, I mean, I think it's like a $60 to $70 experience if you're buying like the retro games. Because I know some people do that because Mario Party's fun, but like that's a lot of money. So I already pay for PlayStation. But anywho, getting back into the map here, we're going into Manta TC. Looks like the Squeezer's trying to get early poking on with the Greats. They could potentially get called out here. Corona trying to swim up, get early control of bats. Fizzy Bomb's going out. Look, numbers still even. The first death goes to Gold. Red Emberz, numbers advantage. Trying to get control of that bunker. Looks like Cliff and Cholo are on the tower. Nice Zuka. Finding one. They need to get up on the street. Street is the key position of this map. Once you get control of street, you can get all the way down to 30 with ease.
And I mean, we can see that they get control of streets, and then they're immediately able to push the tower all the way to 67. However, a very, very good defense from that Slosher is going to enable CSULB to stay in this game and not even have to give the second checkpoint already. So
yeah, and with the Zuka like that, they're right back on the move. Red Emberz pushing this aggression, although Gold getting jumps in onto the key point. Squeezer trying to poke, trying to find a pick. Corona special online, getting the whale, getting that into streets so that Cholo can work with it. Finding a pick, numbers even. The Slosher trying to... Oh, nice flick by the Slosher. And that's going to be a good defense. Numbers favoring Gold. They need to work together. Get that Squeezer out of there. And it looks like they are going to get that Squeezer. Numbers advantage. Strikes online. I mean, strikes online.
Yeah, the whole team just collapsing on that Squeezer, just on the left side of the map there. Pretty funny.
I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do.
That's true. And speaking of that, you can see Corona sharking around on the bunker wall, able to take out the heavy, and the Octopus is going down. And now they're gonna have control. And notably, the CSULB does not have anyone on that left side. That left side is such a strong defensive position, and people just are not able to get there. So this could be a pretty good situation to get the check.
Yeah, and with some nice strikes, it slid on the tower for a bit. Although, nice Zuka shot. Numbers even. The squeezer finds the pick. Ooh, can they get this heavy? It doesn't look like it. And the tower is going to start heading back to mid.
Yeah, a bit very good on CCOB to be able to rush that left side and have a defensive position that Red Emberz was unable to continue the push from. But speaking of continue, we still have the brush just sitting in their spawn, popping whale on this shot here, and going on a crazy flank, but is able to get called out by the bucket finally. But that it was not enough. I was about to say it was enough for them to get checked, but very quick collapse onto that tower is gonna stop the tower at 49, so close to getting that second checkpoint.
Yeah, despite Corona going on a whole world tour, it looks like that was unable for them to get the second checkpoint. And now Gold on the attack, 3 specials online. They have to make sure they utilize these specials efficiently and don't get caught out early. Although Cholo rushing in, trying to slow down this push. Zipcaster online, finding 3 members of Red Emberz. Huge play by Gold. Now the try is the only one left. They threw Cooler down, trying to get their teammates to flank from the right. And the Heavy fighting the Try versus Heavy. Try is going to take that. And numbers advantage, Kraken's online. Let's see if Gold can do this.
Yeah, and I mean, there's only this one person, this squeezer on the left side, is going to be able to get 2. And unfortunately, strikes are going to come out, and Red Emberz has had some time to stabilize. And now we have this Try just putting out hitboxes onto the tower on that right side of the map there. It's going to be able to get one.
Try, just such a strong tower control map, especially the Soda Slosher. Able to get those coolers, able to provide the aggression that this team needs, but also able to hold their own. As you can see, they were the last one left. Still able to hold their own, play patiently, get their team back in, and a nice Zuka shot. Ooh, unable to find Cholo. But Gold still having the numbers advantage. Cholo sharking. I don't think they see Cholo there. They do not know. Yep, they definitely did not know. Finding 1, finding 2. Great stop by Cholo. Numbers advantage for Red Emberz. That shark alone just stopped that push entirely.
Yeah, that was a very good play just to sort of draw attention. At the worst, you draw attention from the Heavy to go out there and kill you. And at the best, well, you can just see what happened at the best case scenario. You get 2 kills off of that and completely stimmy any aggression that CCOB has.
And Gold, one more chance. They have the Kraken online to defend themselves. They're going to use some Kraken cheese on the tower. Kraken cheese still viable, I swear. Although gets knocked off. It's no more Kraken cheese. They showed why it's been gone for a while, and Red Emberz takes this 4th game. This is going to be match point for Red Emberz. 4-0 currently is the score.
Yeah, and one thing that I want to point out is not only is it match point, but also it's match point on the one map that Red Emberz has lost in the regular season. We're going to Rainmaker Humpback. So we will see if Red Emberz has learned from their mistakes of going left and getting stopped in overtime. Or we will see if
maybe they're confident and they feel that they want to run back on the left.
If they are, then maybe it'll work out. I don't know. I would not recommend going left on this map, but
this was a surprisingly crazy ending here. If you saw the last little clip of that, like Gold had numbers advantage heading into that. All they needed was 10 more points. It looks like the Kraken was the only one like near the tower, and Corona was just able to knock them off just like that. Like if the Kraken had a couple more seconds, or if someone was able to get Corona, like they could have easily got that. Like Gold, despite the score being 4-0, like between Museum and that tower control map, if just one small thing was different, 2-2, even game. And it's like, it's not like Gold's getting blown out of the water. Like they got their chop, and especially heading into a map that they've beaten Red Emberz on before. Like they have what it takes to take this next game here.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like you could see the Kraken on tower. We just CCULB just needed a bit more people in position to take out both the not only the brush on in bunker, but also the Zuka coming from street. And if they had that, then they could have easily gotten lead there. And we'll see if they can sort of channel that. You know, the last game, it still wasn't a win, but it went better than a lot of the other games that gone before. And maybe you can channel that into a win here. And they've already won on this map before.
And it looks like Red Emberz is actually going to keep the same comp for the 5th time in a row. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And despite that, Gold pulling out the M-Parry dualies, throwing the backline, they're going full aggression, and that's honestly not a bad way to look at it.
Yeah, I mean, you see Red Emberz playing very, very quickly, very aggressive. How do you beat that? You play even more aggressive with the M-Parries, with the curling bomb.
Yep, and speaking of aggression, Gold finding the early lead, but the Squeezer was the only one left, getting respawns in, and now Bombs trying to poke the Rainmaker, Whales online, a whole bunch of specials online, Strikes flying out, Whales flying out, the Rainmaker cannot get on the pedestal, gets the checkpoint, early checkpoint for Gold. Gold is going to start this out swinging with their aggressive comp.
Yeah, and I mean, getting the early checkpoint, really nice. It means that any time when Red Emberz goes 2 down, 3 down, it's going to be that much more threatening.
That was a huge pick to keep that Rainmaker up there. Unfortunately, they are unable to capitalize off of that, but if they were, that would have been a lot of points.
Yeah, for sure. Unfortunately, they do end up going 3 down. And
checkpoint!
And they're doing it. They're actually doing it. They're going.
What did I say? What did I say about the left checkpoint?
Well, we'll see if it works. It hasn't. They only got the thing. They had forgot to pop the Rainmaker. So.
Yeah. Oh, the left checkpoint. The very thing that they sought to destroy, they're now taking it with honor, with pride, taking that left checkpoint, getting the lead all the way down to 24, and with that, looks like Corona's gonna be the only one left. Although, no idea where they are. There they are, trying to go for the Rainmaker like a fish out of water, gets caught out.
Yeah, Corona. I want to point out, Corona went around the entire map to do that. Like you can see the ink brush trails. And
I mean, you gotta respect it. You gotta respect it.
Yeah, we can see people are still playing around this right side here. You can see the dude's very, very good pick on the duelist being able to take out the brush. Unfortunately, gonna get caught up by the Squeezer, and yeah, people are just kind of sitting mid trying to regain positioning. And it looks like 2 members of Red Emberz are going to be going down, so CSULB has a chance to make a push here.
Yeah, they have really nice positioning. And despite that, numbers are still even. Octobrush trying to find a pick, unfortunately unable to. No one's grabbing the Rainmaker. There's no one in a position to grab the Rainmaker, and they're going to let it reset, which is a very interesting choice, although in that bad of a spot, it's not too bad of a decision.
Yeah, I mean, you really don't want to pick up the Rainmaker unless if you have pretty good control over the map, and CSULB definitely did not have the control where it was a safe thing to pick up, so pretty good decision to reset.
That is true. And now, Red Emberz on the attack has a lot of paint advantage. Despite that, Slosher, crucial pick there. Nice Zuka. Corona going to going for the flank. Going for the flank on the left side. Really likes the left side. Playing flank routes really efficiently. Red Emberz getting it down to 20. Squeezer's the last one left, getting forced back into mid. Potentially trying to get jumps for their team. Nice pick to slow down the M-Parries. Now, Gold having the Rainmaker back, trying to get paint control before moving.
Yeah, and I mean, we can see they're trying to regain control, but unfortunately the Octobrush does end up going down. That is going to make it a bit longer until they're actually able to regain control of mid here, especially with the Squeezer just sitting around the wall, looking for people to fight. And is able to find the Slosher. The Slosher, very good bomb combo, being able to say that if they can get this brush, then they force both of them back. They don't get the picks, but they are able to regain control of mid. And now it's time for them to build up these specials, get that Zuka, and see what they can do to continue this push.
Yeah, Zuka coming out, trying to find a pick. Red Emberz just waiting for them. They know there's only 1 minute left. They know they have to make this push. They're just like, alright, well, y'all can come to me. But Emberz has the splashdown, getting the splash on a nice position, finding a, looks like a pick. Shot goes down on the side of Gold. The Squeezer flanking from behind. That's something you don't see too often nowadays, but despite that, Gold getting down to 45. They have one more chance here. Looks like the Emberz were on the opposite side of the Rainmaker. Now, Red Emberz, 30 seconds left. It looks like they might just leave this Rainmaker here.
Yeah, I mean, they're gonna pick it up and they're gonna be stalling. Apparently not, they're gonna be going on the rail to try to go left side for the KO for no reason.
They're gonna live in
giving Red Emberz, or giving CSULB a chance back in the game if they can get back around and pop this Rainmaker. But that was a crazy play. And the Squeezers is going down too.
Oh man, the left checkpoint, they love it.
Oh, the jacket's caught up. The Splashers are going down. They're going for it. They get the last pick, and they lost the lead. Oh my god.
Who won that? Was that Gold?
CSULB.
Oh my god, the left checkpoint.
There's no way.
Left checkpoint.
Oh my god. There's no way that the one thing that Red Emberz said that they needed to do to win was to not go left on Humpback Pumpjack Rainmaker. And what did they do?
Curse of Rainmaker left checkpoint Humpback.
Oh my god. They could have just held the Rainmaker back on their flag. That was really funny. But okay. I will say, I appreciate the commitment to the bit.
They needed that left checkpoint. And when you need something, you just go for it, and that's exactly what they did. They could have had the win, but they said, nah, we're gonna show that we're stronger than that left checkpoint, but the left checkpoints did otherwise. CSULB Gold taking this game 4-1. Red Emberz still in control, and now we are going to be heading into game 6.
I cannot get over that. The left checkpoint. They're one enemy in this game. It's the left checkpoint. But anyway, very good on CSULB. They were able to go down 4-0 and pull it back together and win that last game. So they're 1-4. They're on the board. And let's see if they can continue that momentum of that win and take some more games here.
I mean, hey, sometimes a win's all you need to get back on track, and despite it being whatever that was, it was still a win, and a win is a win. And now we're going to be heading into, I believe, Clamblitz, Barnacle, and Dime, yes. Let's see if Red Emberz keep to their traditional comp, or if they get a little interesting. Nope, same comp.
Whoa! The V charge, a very interesting one. They really like their vac on the side of CSULB. On Barnacle and Dime Clamblitz here.
Yeah, I mean, I personally really like vac. I like playing with vac. It allows for a lot of plays, and despite a lot of people saying it's bad, finding a pick, early pick, Cholo trying to shut that down, goes down, numbers advantage for Gold, 3 numbers advantage. They're coming out swinging. They don't care about that left checkpoint. The only thing they care about is reverse sweeping. Clams in favor of Gold, trying to toss around to get a power clam, and despite that, they pop the Zuka, unable to find a pick. Red Emberz getting back into control. People going down left and right. The last one left is the shot, trying to conserve the ball. Unfortunately cannot. Cliff rushing with the power clam, finding a trade, and it looks like that's going to allow, well, no, they're going to pick it up. They're going to get the first score. Clams coming into the basket. Red Emberz is back on a tear.
Yeah, I mean, they just moved so fast throughout all of that, even despite all the trades that happened. And the Squeeze was able to get another one off the continuation ticker there. And yeah, the Red Emberz took what was a pretty shaky start and flipped it around completely, being able to convert a score out of it. And even now, still getting 2 points. They still haven't left the opponent's side of the match. And now it's just the Slosher, and the Slosher is going to get collapsed on.
Yeah, but despite getting collapsed on, able to find a trade against arguably one of the best players, the Ink Rush, and that might be what it takes. Red Emberz does not have the clams. They're trying to toss clams around, 2 balls, and despite that, the balls are still pretty far back onto the key point. They need to move this in, although Gold has strikes online, 3 specials online, trying to slow this down, trying to get back into mid. Zuka coming online, firing, strikes firing, so many specials flying around, and no one's going down.
Just as you say that, 2 people do end up go down on the side of both teams actually. And yeah, everyone just kind of ended up dying. We have this shot, the last one alive, just sitting on the right side. The shot on the side of Red Emberz does overextend a bit and is going to be able to get called out though. So CSU will be holding their own in defense, going to be able to go back and bring the fight back into mid.
Yeah, and Red Emberz, the lead is only 29 points. Like, Gold just needs to play this collectively, find one pick at a time, because really it's not that much. It's a power clam plus 4 small clams, and that's all they need. So they don't need to rush this. They just need to play proper, good defense. Corona, despite that, shutting that down. The Slosher's the only one left, trying to come at a different angle, but Red Emberz getting the score down to 45. Power clam, another one, 25. Down to 19, 16. They have what it takes to KO here. 6 clams. Numbers advantage. They're jumping in. Strikes going to shut that down. Huge strikes to give Gold one more chance.
Yeah, the strikes right on the jump that had all of the clams that they needed to KO. Just being able to secure and say, no, you're not KOing this push. So let's see what CSULB has in store as they try to regain their plat. But this is such a difficult part of the map to retake, especially when Red Emberz is continuing to find picks.
Yeah, just picks left and right. And with the double Zuka in a dangerous position, it's just a Zuka off now. Zuka's firing on both sides. Corona flanking from the side, finding on one. Numbers advantage for Red Emberz again. They only oh, okay. That was a power clam that was just built right in front of my eyes, and that will be Red Emberz taking this set 5-1, moving on to the semifinals where they will face PSU Blue.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be a very interesting matchup right there. Both fairly long time CCA teams, and yeah, that'll be an interesting thing there. I cannot believe that that Red Emberz has lost 2 matches this season, both of which were versus CSULB Gold, and both of which run Rainmaker Humpback because Red Emberz decided to go left.
Yeah, like, I think they just need to get that out of their head. And they tried to beat the left allegations, but they could not. And I think it's just kind of like, just don't worry about it. Just play your game, take your wins.
Yeah.
Don't go for the left. Despite that, though, Gold, you played well. You were able to sneak another game off of one of the strongest teams in CCA. That's something to be proud of. You're the only team so far to do that. Hold your heads up high, and I mean, that's pretty much all I can say. You be proud of yourself, be proud of your teammates, and just hold your head up high.
For sure. Yeah, and I mean, we are going to be playing, despite the official match being over, we are going to be playing out all 9 of the games going on. But, and as you can see, the next one's going to be on Zone Ship Shape. But anyway, I just wanted to add to what Jay was saying, that yeah, for sure. I mean, you're the only team to take a game off of these guys, so that's definitely very good stuff. And especially being down 4-0 and being able to take that last game, just like, no, we're not going to get fully swept. It's really difficult to do that, so good for them.
It's like, when you're on the brink, most teams collapse, but you were able to retaliate, find that game, show that you're still a force to be reckoned with, and that's exactly what you did. And you just got to be proud of yourself. And Red Emberz, just an absolute astounding show, just showing why they were seeded #1. And now we're going to be heading into the last 3 games for Play All 9. Hopefully we'll get to see some fun picks here. Maybe Red Emberz will change their comp for the first time. We shall see.
And I mean, you never know with these bonus games. Sometimes teams like to stick with what they've been going with for some extra practice. Sometimes teams like to go a bit more unconventional weapons.
I have a feeling
So-
Cholo's gonna pull something interesting out. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, how did I know? Okay, it's just everyone. What was that? We have a bamboo, we have a red pencil, love to see it. We have a slosher, and we have a 96 Scout Deco. Yeah, that's a comp.
and yet, and on the other side we can see another weapon that's not picked yet, the heavy with Kraken. We've seen that
They had it in tower control, and game 4.
Oh yeah, never mind.
But yeah, no,
But-
finding a nice pick on the other Kraken weapon, and looks like Long Beach finding the early advantage. Numbers even, trying to get this zone back. Octobrush has a lot of paint, taps the zone, pops a Zipcaster for continuation. There's going to be a distraction. Red Emberz takes the zone back, and now they're going to likely punish that recall. Nope.
Yeah, and I mean, this map, like we can see it's been all about just like who's taking control of the two sides, and it's just very much a back and forth. But as I say that, we see the first really big sort of play of the match. We can see a big wipeout from the side of CSULB, and this is going to be prettier for them to retake. Red Emberz lost control of basically the entire map there, so.
Yeah, Matt Octobrush made a really nice play, really good shark, showing Chrono how, Eurobrush, I can shark too. Kraken coming in from Cholo. What? Doesn't find that pick. They just couldn't find that pick. Gets still alive. That was just there. I don't have any words for that. I really don't.
That is some spectator lag right there, but there's no other way.
But yeah, no, Red Emberz taking back control, using the key, despite their weird comp, using these key points, using the range to their advantage, not letting Long Beach get back in at all. Zuka coming out from Long Beach, trying to find a pick. Kraken coming in from Red Emberz. Strikes, double strike, flying around like mayhem. And it looks like Red Emberz came out on top there. Gold has one more chance to get back in.
Yeah, and I mean this is where you can see that their Red Emberz comp is so threatening here. Their lowest ranked weapon is the Slosher, which is one of the longer range weapons on CCOB, and they've just been boiling up. But right as I said that they are able to go to down, are they going to be able to paint zone fast enough? They are. And yeah, CCOB is able to stay in this game, and we can see the bucket getting a huge double, and they're going to have control of their side.
And the Octobrush finding one, forcing a jump out back. Gold is back in control. They need to shut down all those long range threats. Get bombs to poke them out. Play patient. They don't have much to try to come towards you. Just play the space. That's all you got to do here with all these long range weapons.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, the shotgun is gonna, and the strikes are just going to immediately cap the zone with the Kraken in there as well. And the 96 is gonna run all the way in with the ball, but they go 3 down again. CSULB has just been doing such a good job of getting these multi-kills and just gaining so much space as a result.
Yeah, and like every time Red Emberz rushes, it's Gold has the opportunity to shut it down. It's just sometimes they're unfortunately unable to do so. Although Red Emberz getting these specials out, despite the numbers disadvantage, we have Whale, we have Rain, Corona trying to use the red pencil to their advantage, forcing the CSULB Gold members off of that key position. Getting back control of it, a bamboo and a pencil fighting for this key position here against a Slosher. Slosher able to find both, shut that down. Red Emberz only has 10 seconds left to take the zone back.
Yeah, and it's just this 96 in Kraken, which is not going to be able to paint, surprisingly. The Kraken is unable to outpaint 3 players on the side of CSULB, so yeah, very good game, you know. CSULB saw the holes in the mono long range comp and was able to get themselves in, even though, which is pretty difficult to retake versus a comp like that. So very good stuff from them.
Yeah, and that rush to take back the zone when it was down to like 10 ticks left. that was what Gold needed to get their team back. And we're watching this again. Oh, okay. Gold was able to get back in with 10 points remaining to get the zone back into their favor, and that ultimately, right here, yeah, that was able to stall to where Gold was able to just lock out for the rest of the match.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, that was a really good play. Just sneaking behind him, getting that double, and then just capping his on from there. The, okay, yeah.
Alrighty, and it looks like we will be heading into game 8, which I believe is I know it's TC. I believe TC Sturgeon. Yes, that is correct. TC Sturgeon is going to be TC Sturgeon up next. What do you think about this map?
I think that TC Sturgeon, it's so snowbally, right? Like, TC Sturgeon is fun when you have control and you're able to win because you get a wipeout. But yeah, it can be so once you get to that second checkpoint and you get people like onto that top right area, it can be so difficult for the defending team to retake from there.
Yeah, absolutely. And one of the big things I do know about Sturgeon is it is a really strong Zuka map, especially for how open it is. You can pop Zuka like on their snipe and basically shoot into their spawn. And with Red Emberz double Zuka comps that they've been running for the most part, I mean, who knows? They might pull out Red Pencil, which ignore that. But with their regular strong Zuka comps, you could really see like if they pull that out, the value that those Zukas are going to get. It's going to be pretty strong.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, yeah, double Zuka is strong on every map, and so when you have a map such as Sturgeon, it's just it can be so oppressive at times. But,
yeah. But yeah, like it's going to be really interesting to see. I mean, what did we see? Bamboo, Red Pencil, 96 Deco, and regular Slosher. So with that trend, it's going to be really interesting to see what Red Emberz wants to pull out here. Maybe they're feeling custom leader, or I mean, I don't know. I have no idea what they're going to pull out, but it's really fun to just sit back and just predict what possibilities that they're going to pull out here.
Yeah, I mean, you never really know with these additional matches. Sometimes people use some crazy stuff. I know, at least, like, some other stuff that I've seen through both my gameplay and through commentating this season. We've seen stuff like H3, we've seen Dapples, we've seen some crazy picks for these additional games. So.
And I believe it was the Spoon versus Auburn Navy. I believe they had 8 Hydras, I want to say. So, I mean, knowing these two teams, I know they have a pretty good relationship with each other. I wouldn't be surprised if they're like trying to run double quads of whatever weapon they feel like running.
Yeah, I mean, this could be what they're coordinating right now.
We will find out eventually.
they could be thinking like, wait a minute, what would be the funniest weapon to go quads of?
It's a very hard decision. I understand the time it takes to put into that. You need to maximize the to make it both entertaining, but also fun at the same time.
Yeah, it's
trying
hard
to put on a show.
It's hard trying to throw optimally. It can be really difficult sometimes. Okay. they versed the solution of quad Explo, which that honestly, I would be down to see some quad Explo. That'd be really funny.
I mean, hear me out. What if they all coordinate to use 8 splashdowns at the same time? I think that'll break. I think that'll like crash the stream. I mean, I know there's on Manta, there's a 1 splashdown spot that kind of just like breaks the game. I know Vapor's done that before, but with 8 splashdowns, like that could do something that could potentially cause some problems for us, but hopefully not, because we want to get through all 9 of these games and just have some fun with what we have of this stream.
Yeah, I mean, we will see. I did not know that you could splash them and just break the game. So yeah, I've never heard of that before.
It happened in it was like a blue warm up. We were like practicing, and it was just open, and Vapor used splashdown like on the grate on I believe it was TC or Rainmaker, Manta, and it like as soon as it happened, it DC'd one of our players instantly. Like they just exploded, and the game buffered and like everything. So,
That's so funny.
splashdown, very fun.
I'm keeping this in mind for later sets.
Yeah, I sure hope someone doesn't try to break the game in like grand finals or something. That would not be a good idea.
You're about to lose. Pull out the DC.
Tactical, but not tactical because it's cheating.
Well, it's not cheating. It's the game's fault.
Oh, you're right.
We gotta lap this out.
If they're below 50 points, then it wouldn't even work because the DC rules wouldn't be in effect.
Yeah, so the real play is we let them push to like 30. And then you pop splashdown to DC them. And then you push to 30 or to like 29 and win.
Ooh, tactical. Nah, you're cooking.
Yeah, I think there's some merit to this.
I mean, whatever works. If it works, it works. Alrighty. We're finally gonna get back going.
But yeah, I mean we'll see what they end up doing if they do end up going quad of some random weapon or not. But you never know.
Yeah.
It is still a match like this. CSULB might still be looking to play some serious matches, and Red Emberz still has they still got to prepare for their semifinals match coming up in the next couple weeks. So
yeah, I gotta prepare for that. I'm the one playing them.
Oh yeah, you're taking notes here.
Nah, I would never. The only notes I know is to make every single objective be left checkpoint in Rainmaker. That'll work.
Get Snow to rig the map list.
Yeah. Snow got it.
You're just
when the semifinals map list gets changed to 9 games of Rainmaker Humpback, you'll know. It's still possible. But yeah, no.
Also, it's only that, and then DC Vanta for the DC cheese.
Oh, true. Yeah, no, we're going to finally be heading into Game 8 on Sturgeon TC. We're going to be looking at these comps here. Same players, same comps. Looks like that's a Hydra. 52, not too bad. Gold sticking to their bread and butter. We got a Tent, a Luna, and a Hydra. 52 at least is a little normal. Not too bad. I was expecting worse, but we'll see.
I mean, hey, I like Luna Neo. I think Luna Neo is pretty. I don't want to say good, but like, it can do its job sometimes.
Yeah, I feel like Luna is a weapon that goes like no one talks about Luna Blaster. Everyone's like, you'll see Range Blaster talks, S Blast talks, maybe even like Rapid talks, but no one talks about Luna. And it's unfortunate because I know it used to be strong back in the day. So there's like a couple Luna fans there. It's not looking too good for them.
Yeah. If nothing else, Luna's a very funny weapon. But
that is
true. We can see neither team's really able to get too much of a foothold. A bit of a stalemate early on. And the Slotcher is able to take out the Tent, looking to extend this push, but is able to get taken out. And this is pretty good for Red Emberz being able to stabilize the here.
Yeah, it's been a minute, and the first person is grabbing the tower. It really goes to show the warfare going on between these two teams. It looks like Red Emberz is going to be the one first grabbing the tower. Zuka coming out from gold, unable to find any value. We have a Booyah Bomb, finding a pick before popping it. That's a good combo. See if they get any more value.
The stamp come out is able to get a pick, and then the 52 is being able to get in this dangerous spot on this right side. Now the Tent is there, and CSULB has to think, how are we going to take out this Tent with this Luna striking right by?
Yeah, Tent, really strong weapon on holding spaces and taking them. And then you see exactly that's what they're trying to do, trying to get up into their spawn. Somehow they're still alive, looks like they're using Zuka, trying to hold off the Slosher, saying no, I'm going to retake my area. Getting back into mid, CSULB Gold has mid control, has numbers advantage. Cholo finding one, using the splash wall, finding two. Octobus versus Cholo, who's going to win? Looks like they're going to both back up, play their respective space. And now, Booyah Bomb coming out, the Heavy falls off the map, and now Red Emberz is back on the attack.
Yeah, and I mean, they have all of their members just on CSULB snipe there, and all of CSULB is pushed all the way back on their street, and the Gal is able to just run in and get 2 picks.
Yeah, I'm honestly surprised Cholo doesn't play 52 that much. Given that they're like a frontline shooter, like I feel like a lot of frontlines flex to 52 when they're not playing shot. Despite that though, one last stand, Brella pushes the gold off the tower, says no, this is my tower. Red Emberz takes game 6. Oh, sorry, takes their 6th game, this is game 8, sorry. And now, we're going to be heading into the last match of this set.
That was a bit ridiculous at the end. The 10th. They get on the tower at 1, and they just get bumped off by the 10th shield.
My favorite thing to do on tower is pop crab and just kind of like ball roll, like just sit there in ball form. It's actually pretty funny because I've done that twice on this map. It's really fun.
Oh my god, we just finished our semifinal match, and it went all the way to game 8, and we won our last match on TC Sturgeon. our crab player got 3 crabs within like 40 seconds at the end of the match. It was ridiculous.
They just pushed him off the tower.
Yeah, literally. Like, you just get crab.
I'm surprised there was no crab. I feel like this is one of the strongest crab maps in the game, TC Sturgeon. I mean, yeah, I know Red Emberz was goofing a little bit, but still, it's like, even like what are some niche crab weapons like
L3.
L3. I feel like I'm missing one.
B-Pro.
What? B-Bro is crab?
No, B-Pro.
Oh, Vanilla Pro. Yeah, I forgot about that weapon.
It's like,
but yeah, no. Nah. Everyone plays Forge, but then people go from Forge to Squeezer.
Yeah,
because
it's like
unfortunately,
it's like a
pipeline.
evolution.
Yeah, the midline pipeline.
Yeah.
You can either evolve to a Squeezer or a Slosher or a Stamper if you get the Stamper Stone. I don't know, man.
The Stamper Stone is crazy.
But yeah, no. Heading into game 9, I'm not sure what the map is. It is Rainmaker Scourge. Unfortunately, I was unable to play all night of my set, so I kind of forgot the latter half of the maps. But anywho, Rainmaker Scourge. This is a really strong map for ink brushes, octobrushes. Not only that, but it's also a strong map for vacuums too. Given the fact that like that vacuum can just like easily, you can easily get the first checkpoint. I wouldn't be surprised if I feel like Red Emberz is the type of team to take that left pedestal like through the grades.
Oh my god.
If they can't get left
because they go left for no reason.
If you can't get left on Humpback, you can get left on Scorch.
Yeah, although left on Scorch, maybe not walking the Rainmaker left, at least having someone go left is a lot stronger, so.
Yeah. I mean, if you pop a vacuum and then like go like across the grades on left, it can be a good mix up.
Yeah. But definitely better than Humpback.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I'm really curious to see what we have in store for the last map of this very interesting set. That's all I have to say about this.
Yeah, I mean we got to think about this. So we saw the red pencil, and then we saw Hydra, right? As the backlines in both the games.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any other red backlines? Because that could be the last one that we see.
I mean, Heavy is red. That's the closest thing I can think of.
Ooh, true.
I don't know. It looks like a lot of people are nervous here. There's only one person checked up between both teams. I don't know what they're thinking. They're really putting some thought into this. Like the nerve, the set's officially over. It's game 9. A lot of people are still nervous for some reason. I don't know why.
That makes me nervous. That means that they're coordinating something. Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
I'm so curious. Like I need this 20 seconds to go by. I need to know what they're cooking.
Oh, and then they all check immediately. Yeah. All right, they're cooking something up for sure.
8 big swigs.
Please
8
not.
big.
That sounds.
8 big.
That
4
might
back.
be the
8
worst.
8 vacuums.
Oh, everyone's back.
What they got? Oh, they're mirroring each other.
What is this?
Splashdown! Splashdown! Splashdown cheese!
And
oh my god. They're gonna break the game! Just like I said before! They're gonna break
the prophecy. The splashdown cheese is coming into play.
Let's see who gets their splashdown first. Looks like
the sea blast. My bad. Going down immediately.
Cholo would be the one that gets splashdown first. But yeah, no, gold, numbers advantage. Unable to find one with the splashdown. I'm sure there's many more of those to come. Red Emberz finding one in the corner, putting this Rainmaker in a bad spot. Cholo avoiding the shots left and right like they're playing hopscotch. Finds the pick on the Rainmaker. Numbers even. It looks like it's just trades left and right. Cholo, the only one alive out of everyone. Everyone's jumping in. Splashdowns charge. We're gonna see how many splashdowns we're gonna get soon.
We should have a counter on how many splashdowns actually do anything.
Are they supposed to do anything?
I don't think so. I think it's just a fun button to press. Yeah, see, like look at that. Like it's just fun. Makes it.
I think it's splashdown kind of seems like a point sensor with extra steps.
What?
Like if you're gonna clear out an area, instead of throwing a point sensor, just throw a splashdown. It's like I'd rather press the R trigger than the right whatever that thing, the R button trigger. It's so much more fun.
I guess.
Oh, they're cooking. Oh, they're cooking.
Okay, never mind.
Galore.
I take it back. Splashdown's crazy. What even?
They understood the assignment. They understood the assignment.
Okay. I mean,
rushing up.
Taking out the knot. Oh my goodness.
The checkpoint. Can they find the pick? They find the pick.
CSULB is going crazy with the splashdowns right now.
Number even. Cholo's going to come in like the main character with the splashdown. Can they find one?
Oh my god.
Oh my god, they had their main character arc. They're going to be rushing into mid. 2 numbers. Can they get another? They cannot. The Explo shuts them down. Red Emberz, despite that, still on the attack. Rainmaker in Cliff's hands. Stu trying to stop them. They cannot. Are they going to go left? They should go left on the grates.
They think about it. They're considering going left. End up going right, unfortunately. But it does end up paying off for them. It is just going to be the knot there on the side. Although not, very strong main weapon. It was able to stay alive and get one more. And they get the lead, but the knot is able to shut that down, as well as the dualies. This position very well there. Yeah,
and they have 2 splashes online. Throwing one out, finding the pick, clearing out Red Emberz. It's just splashdown on splashdown. Gold, getting the Rainmaker back. Even though they're losing, they don't have that, it's not a big lead that Red Emberz have. They can easily take this back. 3 splashdowns charged for gold. I wonder if anyone's gonna jump into their teammate and use splashdown.
They deliberately didn't pick up the other one.
Oh!
Oh no.
Red Emberz wins the splashdown off.
I was gonna say they deliberately didn't pick up Rainmaker so that they could pop all 4 splashdowns at the same time again, but that didn't end up happening, unfortunately.
Yeah, now another splashdown goes out. Another splashdown. 3 splashdowns in a row.
Oh, the Expo 1v1. Let's see what happens here.
Mid off.
Mid was very excited about this one, I can tell.
Alright, we got 2 Explos, 2 splashdowns. Everyone else coming in. Who's going to use their splashdown first? Corona's on the Explo. I didn't even notice that. The Ink Brush is playing Explo, not anyone else.
What is going on this match? Look at
Corona's
that.
got a splashdown. Can't find a pick. No more splashdowns left. Who can build their splashdown next? Red Emberz finds two. Splashdown for defense. Doesn't get anyone. Red Emberz on the attack. One splashdown online from Cholo. Splashdown off. Gets two. Splash. Jump in. Is that a jump in? Splashdown.
No, everyone can't get a pick because everyone's stuck in splashdown.
Another splashdown. Can't find a pick. Gold. Numbers advantage. No splashdowns. 15 seconds on the clock. Looks like the Rainmaker's gonna reset. They're grabbing it. Can they get a splashdown to end this game? Who's gonna win the splashdown off? No splashdowns online. Although Gold, both the Nautiluses have their splashdowns.
There's almost three. The Expo's gonna get it. Are they all gonna pop out at the same time? They have to be coordinating this. Right?
Tactical. 3 splashdowns. Get the 4th.
The Emberz is looking for one. He's gonna run it. Pop it.
Can't get it.
Cancel.
Where's splashdown number 2?
It's so anticlimactic.
Oh,
The Blaster able to get a pick. No splashdowns required. Actually, if the Blaster had a splashdown, it probably would have got killed anyway. So maybe a good thing that they didn't have splashdown ready. But
and Red Emberz wins the splashdown off. And the final score of the Play All 9 official score 5-1 Red Emberz. Play All 9 score 7-2 Red Emberz. You see there.
The real question, though, that unfortunately we are not going to have the answer to, is whatever team got more splashdowns. So.
Oh, I'm sure we can find the answer to that. It's just a matter of going into replays.
We gotta. Oh, yeah, we see that. So we have. Ooh, this is a bit of an interesting one. We actually have CSULB with one more splashdown than Red Emberz.
Unfortunately, that one more splashdown couldn't stop Cliff from stopping the Rainmaker at the end, which I believe that was the last splashdown that like got them the lead. Look at Cholo's jump. Oh, yeah, this last splashdown took him over, but it was unable to find the pick. Very unfortunate on the side of Gold.
Also unfortunate, no one really made use of the DC tech. They don't know. They
couldn't find the grates to spike lag the lobby, unfortunately.
So that is certainly a way to end off that match. But
to be honest, new CCA tradition, all game 9s have to be a splashdown off, regardless of if it counts or not.
Oh my god. Yeah, I think that might be the play, or just like at the end of the finals, just have an honorary splashdown off
to honor their splashdowns that we love.
Yeah,
but yeah, no,
really. But
it's getting late. We're gonna be getting out of here real soon. Batson, where can the lovely people find you?
You can find me on Twitter sometimes. I'm not very active, but at Batson_SPL. You can find me, and then every now and again, you'll see us in tournaments under Inked, as well as Springfield, Ohio, in CCA. And where can they find you, Jay?
Yeah, technically I have a Twitter. I don't use it much. I'm really just active in the CCA Discord every day. So you can likely find me there, and expect to see Blue playing Red Emberz in the coming week or so. So expect me to be playing in that.
Yeah, that'll be a really exciting match.
Yeah, and additionally expect Springfield, Ohio. I don't know who y'all are playing. I kind of forgot, but I know it's someone.
I don't think we know yet, so...
But yeah, with that, we are going to be wrapping this up. I hope everyone here has a lovely rest of your night.
Hello, Hello, everyone. This is Vapor with the CCA production team. And throughout this season, we have covered a lot of matches. And we just want to thank you all for tuning in and supporting the CCA. Out of the 24 total quarterfinals matchups, we have been able to stream 14 of them throughout this weekend. So we want to thank everyone for their support and helping us hit 1,800 followers here on the CCA Twitch. So thank you so much to the community. Thank you so much to Jay and Batson for taking this past set, and all the other commentators behind the scenes throughout this season. Thank you, Jorian, Neptune, and DRF for doing a lot of the production. And we will see you guys next week with some more quarterfinals and semifinals matchups. Have a good night, everyone.